Think you know everything about collecting in ancient civilizations? Today, we're putting that to the test. This is a 10-question fact or fiction challenge. I'll give you a statement. You decide, is it fact or fiction? Keep track of your score. No Googling. Let's begin. Question 1. Ancient Egyptians preserved objects purely for sentimental reasons. The answer is fiction. This sounds believable, but it's not accurate. Ancient Egyptians preserved objects for the afterlife, not nostalgia. Items placed in tombs were believed to be used in the next world, so while it looks like collecting, it was actually preparation for eternity. Question 2. The Romans collected art from conquered territories to display power and status. The answer is fact. This is true because Romans actively took sculptures, paintings, and treasures from conquered lands, especially Greece. Displaying them wasn't just decoration, it was a statement. We conquered this and now we own its culture. Question 3. Ancient Chinese scholars collected rare objects mainly as financial investments. The answer is fiction. This sounds believable, but it's not accurate. Chinese scholars collected for meaning, philosophy, and intellectual identity, not profit. Ironically, what they valued spiritually is now worth fortunes financially. Question 4. Ancient Mesopotamians created some of the first known cataloged collections. The answer is fact. This is true because one of the earliest known museums linked to Princess Enigaldi contained labeled artifacts and organized displays. That means structured collecting existed over 2,500 years ago. Question 5. Ancient Greek citizens commonly collected coins as a hobby. The answer is fiction. This sounds believable, but it's not accurate. Coins were used for trade, not hobby collecting. While rare coins were recognized, numismatics as a hobby came much later. Question 6. Pharaohs were buried with entire collections of valuable items. The answer is fact. This is true because pharaohs were buried with curated sets of treasures, gold, statues, tools, even chariots. These weren't random. They represented power, identity, and legacy. Question 7. Prehistoric humans collected mammoth tusks to display as status symbols. The answer is fiction. This sounds believable, but it's not accurate. While tusks were used for tools, shelter, and survival, there's no strong evidence they were collected purely for status display. Status-driven collecting came much later with structured societies. Question 8. Medieval knights collected dragon's teeth as prized treasures. The answer is fiction. This sounds believable, but it's not accurate. Dragons are mythological, but interestingly, people did collect unusual bones and fossils, sometimes believing they were from mythical creatures. So while the idea feels real, the source wasn't. Question 9. Ancient Egyptians kept cats as hunting partners. The answer is fact. This is true because cats were highly valued in Egypt, not just spiritually, but practically. They helped control pests and were sometimes used in hunting small prey. They were companions, protectors, and even symbols of divine power. This is the final question, and it's the one that surprises most people. Ancient collecting practices directly shaped modern collecting behaviors. The answer is fact. This is true because everything we see today, rarity, storytelling, status, emotional value, comes from ancient foundations. Romans collected for power. Egyptians preserved identity. Scholars collected for meaning. Modern collecting, it's just the evolution of all three. So, what was your final score? Comment your result below. If you scored 8 or higher, you know your stuff. If not, now you're smarter than before. Like and subscribe for next week's challenge, because collecting isn't just about what you own, it's about what you understand.